Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Into the Void real review. This time we are reviewing Poor Things. Poor Things is an interesting movie. It is based on a novel that was published back in 1992 by Tony McNamara. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. The movie is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, and this movie is a romantic science fantasy black comedy. That's a lot, and there's a lot to unpack in this movie. And instantly, if you've seen the trailer, you know that this show has a very unique look to it. It has the title character, Bella Baxter, who's played by Emma Stone, who is behaving really weird in this movie. And you see the trailer and you're instantly caught up in this movie. And for me, it made me want to watch this movie. And it wasn't easy finding a showing. And once I did, I found out why that is, because this movie is highly sexual. It's highly crude in its delivery. There's a lot of sex, and that's probably the main reason why it is only in select theaters. But don't let that deter you, because this movie is, in my opinion, a must-see and truly unique. You won't find a lot of movies that are like this one. It is first off, it stars Emma Stone as Bella Baxter, the title character, and Mark Ruffalo as Duncan Wedderburn, and the always fantastic William Dafoe as Godwin Baxter. In this movie, you're following the story of Bella Baxter, who has this troubled past that you don't know anything about. You don't know why she is the way she is, why she acts the way she is, why is she so weird, why is she so strange, why does she not know things, why is she childlike, why does she act the way she does. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, that's the hook. Like, what is going on with this person? And she's often referred to as a beautiful idiot. In the beginning, that's what one of the characters refers to her as. And you learn pretty quickly why she is that way. And that's part of the film, not all of it. But what this film is about is basically the journey that she goes through of self-discovery, and she goes on this journey of adversity and of learning about herself. And that's what this movie ultimately is about. It's about overcoming adversity to become more than what you were in the beginning, and having adaptability to deal with the things in life by going through hardship and going through suffering to get there. And Poor Things, it's funny because this movie, if you go looking for a meaning, you might instantly think, well, the poor things are the women that are depicted in, or Bella Baxter, but there's also other women in this movie that you would say they are the poor things that this movie refers to. But as you go into a deeper understanding into the film, you find that it's actually the men who are controlling who are the poor things, who are unable to deal with what life doles out to them. They lack the adaptability to deal with things because they haven't had to go through the adversity that Bella Baxter ultimately has to go through in this film. And there's such a great character arc of growth from what And by the way, the performances are fantastic. These are good actors, but they're not slouching in this movie. They're doing great work. Emma Stone carries this film very well. William Dafoe is fantastic as the person that they refer to as God. Even though his name is Godwin, but they refer to him as God, and I don't think that's a mistake of the film. I think they want to kind of have a meaning there associated with him. And this movie kind of reminds me of Frankenstein. It's a lot like that, and maybe it also has a little bit of another movie that came out this year, Barbie. It's kind of like that, because it deals with women having to navigate a world controlled by men, and that's ultimately the journey that she must go through. And while she does, it's you are invested in it, because this movie, let me tell you, it's some of the most funny stuff I've watched this year. How you're gonna come away from this movie referring to sex as, like she does, as furious jumping. She pulls no punches with this movie is not for the faint of heart.
Why keep it in my mouth if it is revolting? I must go punch that baby.
There's plenty, like I said, of sex. There's plenty of things happening that you'll probably avert your eyes. Even the most hardened will avert their eyes to what's on screen. But it's all done because there's a reason behind it. It's not just done gratuitously for no reason. And that's, this movie does have a message. And the message is, like I said, in my opinion, it's a message that you'll come away feeling that what Poor Things refers to is not really the women or Bella Baxter. It is the men who are the poor things, who lack the things that the women have, that Bella has, to go through life and come out on the other end stronger and a better person. And that's what this movie is ultimately about, in my opinion. So I think, yes, the movie, by the way, the movie is a very good looking movie. It's very unique. There are parts where it's black and white, and then there are parts when it's in color. The music is very can be harsh, but then somber. It has the two tones, which lend itself great to the story. It's also a very introspective look at Bella Baxter's life and what you find out, what her past was like and what she went through, and she truly has to deal with some very despicable characters. And the fact that she comes out on the other end is truly remarkable. And that's what this movie is truly about one woman's journey through overwhelming odds, pretty much. It's that kind of movie, and you owe it to yourself to watch this movie. I really did enjoy it. It's, for me, it's a must-see. And I don't really feel, it's a hard movie to describe, and I purposely am being vague, because I think there's a lot to be learned in the enjoyment of this movie is through going through it and experiencing it for yourself without me telling you everything about it. So anyway, I think that's where I'm going to leave you. Watch this film if you can find a showing, which I had a hard time doing, because you will be happy that you did. It is truly one of the better films I've watched this year. So without further ado, I'm going to give it a score. My score is 9 out of 10. You owe it yourself. Watch it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful Christmas.